Okay, so if you read question number 5b, the question states the perimeter of one face of a cube is 20 centimeter. Find the surface area and the volume of the cube. Okay. So here we are talking about a cube and not a cuboid. Okay. One face, the perimeter of one face is given. You can take any face as the with the given perimeter. Okay. How many faces does the cube have? How many faces does the cube have? It has 6 faces, right? And let us say that the perimeter of this face is given. This face. Okay. You can take any face you want. The perimeter of this face of the cube is given to be 20 centimeters. Okay. So I say let each side of the cube be cube BA. Okay. So that means this is A, and this length is also A. So what is the perimeter of the face? Perimeter of the face, which is equal to perimeter of the square, right? What is the perimeter of a square? 4A. So according to this problem, what is the perimeter of this face given here? 20. So 4A must be equal to 20. That means A is equal to 20 by 4. We get 5 centimeter as the value of A, that is each side of the cube. Okay. Now what is the question? Find the surface area. Surface area means total surface area. Okay. What is the formula for total surface area? 6A square. And volume of the cube. So therefore, what should be the surface area? Surface area of the cube is equal to 6A square, which is equal to 6 into 5 square, which is equal to 6 into 25, which is equal to 150 centimeter square. This is the total surface area of the cube. How about the volume of the cube? Volume of the cube is A cube, which is 5 cube, which is equal to 125 centimeter cube. Any question? No? You can proceed with the next question then.
Yes, sir.
Question number 9 is the next question that I want to take up, unless any particular question you have. Okay, so look at question number 9. Interesting question, this one. The question is the length of the longest rod that can be kept inside a rectangular box is 17 centimeter. If the length and breadth of the box are 12 centimeter and 8 centimeter, find its inner height. Okay. Okay, let us draw the box first. This is a cuboidal box. Okay. Okay, and what are the length of the longest rod that can be kept in the rectangular box is 17 centimeter. If the inner length and breadth is 12 and 8, so let's say this is 12 centimeter and let's say this is 8 centimeter. Tell me, how will you be able to accommodate a rod inside the box? The rod is of length 17 centimeter. Can you accommodate the rod lengthwise? Can you keep it this way? Will you be able to keep the rod of length 17 centimeter? Will you? Breadth is only 8 centimeter.
No.
You will not be able to keep because the rod is of length 17 centimeter. So obviously you will not be able to keep. Will you be able to keep lengthwise? Will you be able to keep lengthwise?
No, sir.
No, definitely not, because the length is only 12 centimeter. Length of the rod is 17 centimeter. Now, will you be able to keep height wise? Height we don't know, right? But what you see here is that this, obviously, if you are to fit this rod, then you will have to keep it diagonal wise, right? Diagonal wise, isn't it? If you are keeping
Yes, sir.
if you are keeping a big bamboo inside a room, how do you keep it? You keep it diagonal wise, right? So therefore, you have to accommodate this rod, uh, uh, this longest rod, diagonal wise. Okay, and what is the length of this rod given here? 17 centimeters. So therefore, length of the rod must be equal to length of the diagonal. D is equal to 17 centimeters. Okay. What is the length given here? Length given here is 12 centimeter. Breadth given here is 8 centimeter. So what should be the inner height? Which formula should we use? We should use the formula for length of the diagonal. So we have D is equal to square root of L square plus B square plus H square. Put the value of D is 17 is equal to root over of length is 12. So 12 square plus B square plus H square. That means 17 square is equal to square both sides, 12 square plus 8 square plus 8 square, right? So how much is 17 square? 289. 144 plus 64 plus 8 square. So this is 289 is equal to, I think this should be 208 plus 8 square. That means 289 minus 208 must be equal to 8 square. That means 81 must be equal to 8 square. Since 8 square is equal to 81. So what is the value of h here? Square root of 81, which is equal to 9. And what is the unit? Centimeters. Length and breadth are given in centimeters. Therefore, height you will get in centimeters. Okay. Any question? We move on to the next problem.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, why we squared 17?
Why you squared 17? Because D is equal to root over of L square plus B square plus H square, right? So diagonal length was 17, isn't it? Root over of length was 12. Breadth was 8 plus 8 square. Now if you square both sides, because I want to remove the radical, so what I do is I take 17 square is equal to root over of 12 square plus 8 square plus 8 square. Okay. So now what happens? This becomes 289. And because I'm squaring here, I'm squaring both sides here. This becomes only 12 square plus 8 square plus 8 square. Now you understood?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So we are squaring both sides actually, because we want to remove the radical. Okay, next problem, number 10. A closed rectangular box has inner dimensions 90 by 80 by 70. That means length is 90, breadth is 80, and height is 70. Calculate its capacity. What do you mean by capacity? Can you tell me what you mean by capacity?
The volume.
Volume. But there's a slight difference between capacity and volume. I'll tell you later. Okay, there's a very small difference between capacity and volume. When we'll do number 12, then I'll tell you the difference. Okay. So here, how much is the length given? 90 centimeters. Breadth given is 80 centimeters. And height given is 70 centimeters. Okay. We want to calculate its capacity. Therefore, capacity or volume of the box is equal to LVH. So 90 into 80 into 70. Okay. Which is 504 and then followed by 3 zeros. Okay. So 5,04,000 centimeter cube. Okay. So it's an easy one. We have a second part to this question also. The second part is find the area of the tin foil needed to line its inner surface. What do you mean by uh, lining the inner surface? Suppose in a room, if you are painting the room, you're lining it with what? You're lining it the walls with paint, right? You want to line the inner surface of this with a tin. That means you want to cover the walls, including the floor and the ceiling, with the tin. So what will you require? How much? What is the area of tin that you will require? Which will be equal to the surface area of the cuboid, right? Area of tin required to line the inner surface of the closed rectangular box is equal to total surface area of the cuboid. Okay, which is equal to, what is the formula for total surface area? LB twice LB plus BH plus LH equal to twice L into B plus B into H plus L into H. Okay, so now this will be twice 8 into 9 is 72, so 7200. This is 5600 and this is 6300, which is equal to twice of, if you add up this, you're going to get 19,100, which is equal to 38,200 centimeter square. This is the area of the tin that is required. Okay, so easy enough question. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll take up number 12, and here I'm going to explain to you the difference between the capacity and volume. Slight difference between capacity and volume. Look at number 12. Question is, the internal measurements of a box are 10 centimeter, 8 centimeter wide, 10 centimeter long, 8 centimeter wide, and 7 centimeter high. How many cubes of size 2 centimeter can be put in the box? Okay, so let's draw it. This is your box. Okay, and in the box you are trying to, let's write the length, breadth, and height also. This is 10 centimeter length, 8 centimeter wide, and the height here is 7 centimeter. Okay. How many cubes of side 2 centimeter can be put into the box? Now you are inserting cubes, right? Into the box, into this box. So how many cubes can you insert? What is the side of each cube? 2 centimeters, right? Side of each cube is equal to 2 centimeters, right? So how many can you insert? Can you tell me how many can you insert? First of all, lengthwise, how many cubes can you insert this way? 10 centimeters is the length, right? You're keeping it lengthwise. So how many can you insert this way?
5.
10 divided by 2, right? So 5 cubes you can insert lengthwise. Number of cubes that can be inserted lengthwise. 10 and divided by each side of the cube, 2 centimeters. Because each side of the cube is 2 centimeters, right? So this is 5. Number of cubes, that means lengthwise you are accommodating 5. Number of cubes that can be inserted breadthwise. What is the breadth here? 8 centimeter. 8, and see here you are now keeping it this way. Okay, so you are keeping the cube this way now. How many cubes can you insert this way? Only 4, right?
Sir, 4.
Now consider the height. Number of cubes that can be inserted height wise. So height wise now you are inserting here cubes. How many? What is the height here? Height here is 7. So 7 divided by 2, but this is going to give you 3.5, a decimal answer, right? So what we do? We take only the integer part, right? We take only the integer part of this. That means integer part of 3.5. And what is the integer part? 3. Because for 0.5, you will not be able to insert the entire cube, right? Half the cube will be popping out of the box, right? Half of the cube will be popping out of the box. So therefore, only you can insert 3 cubes. If you try to insert 4, it will come out of the box, right? So that is why only the integer part of 7 by 2. So hence, what is the total number of cubes that can be inserted? That can be inserted inside the box.
So why you have written int?
Integer part. Int means integer part. Okay. Because see, that is what I was telling you, that because we are getting a decimal answer. See, if you are you can only accommodate 3.5 cubes, but can you actually cut the cubes? You cannot cut the cubes, right? Into 3 and 3.5 and 3.7, you cannot cut, right? So therefore, you will have to accommodate either 3 or 4. But if you accommodate 4 cubes height wise, then the fourth cube, half of the fourth cube will come out of the box, isn't it? Yes. Did you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
You cannot cut the cube, right? So that is why half of the cube will pop out of the box. So therefore, you only keep 3 so that you can close the box, and everything fits. So here, if you are keeping 5 cubes lengthwise, 4 cubes breadthwise, and 3 cubes height-wise, so total number of cubes that can be inserted here is 60. Okay, clear? Now, the difference, note, difference between capacity and volume. Capacity and volume not always the same. As I said, capacity and volume have a very small difference. See, capacity is 60 cubes. Here, capacity of the box is equal to 60 cubes. And what is the volume of each cube? What is the side of each cube here? 2 centimeter. So what is the volume of each cube? 2 cubes. So what is the volume of the total of 60 cubes? This one, right? You agree? This is the volume of 60 cubes. Which is equal to 540, 48, 480 it should be. 480 centimeter cube, right? But what about the volume? Volume of the box is different. Volume of the box is length into breadth into height. What is the length here? 10, breadth 8, height 5. So volume is 10 into 8 into 7. That means 560. You see a difference between what is the capacity? 480 centimeter cube. What is the volume? 560 centimeter cube. Now you understood the difference between capacity and volume? Yes, today
Yes, sir.
am I audible today? I'm not getting any response today. Am I audible? Is there any connection problem?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you
Yes,
please
sir.
explain once more?
Okay. What are you saying?
Please explain once more.
Sir, can you please explain it
See,
once more?
capacity of the box means how many items you can include inside the box. Here, how many items am I including inside the box? 60 cubes, right? What is the volume of each cube? 2 cube. So what is the total volume of the 60 cubes? 2 cube into 60, right? So therefore the capacity is 480. Understood? And what is the volume? Volume is length into breadth into height. This is just also, you can also imagine a situation where suppose you are sitting inside a theater. Okay. If I say capacity of the theater, what do you mean by capacity of the theater? What do you mean by capacity of the theater? Say it can accommodate 100 people, right? Understood? But if I say volume of the theater, what does it mean? Length into breadth into height. You understood the difference now? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So there's a very slight difference between capacity and volume. But normally in mensuration, we use it almost synonymously. If they ask you capacity, normally 99% of the time you find the volume. Okay. Unless they give you a very confusing question in which you have to distinguish between capacity and volume. But there's a very small difference between capacity and volume. Okay. We move on to the next question, and a very interesting question here also. Number 14. A cube of 11 centimeter edge is immersed completely in a rectangular vessel containing water. If the dimensions of the base of the vessel are 15 by 12 centimeter, find the rise in level in centimeters, correct to 2 decimal places, assuming that no water overflows. So let's say you have a vessel here. Okay, a rectangular vessel, obviously. Say the base is a rectangle here, although it would be very difficult to draw. But imagine the base to be a rectangle. Okay, because I can't draw the cube if I draw the base. Okay. Now what you do in this rectangular vessel, you have a cube placed. Okay. And what is the side of each of this cube? It is 11 centimeter. It's the side of each cube. Okay. And the dimensions of this vessel are 15 by 12. Dimensions of the base. That means this is a rectangular base here. Let me draw the base. This is a rectangular base of the vessel. When you're looking at from the top of the vessel, okay, this is what you see, the rectangle. If you're looking at it from the top, you see this rectangle, right? And what are the measurements of this? And the cube is placed somewhere over here, right? Okay. So you have measurements are 15 centimeter by 12 centimeter. And see, now if you see the question is find the rise in level of water in centimeters, correct to 2 decimal places. Now see, suppose before inserting the cube, this was the level of water. Okay. Suppose, and after insertion of the cube, say this becomes the level of water. Okay, the water rises by a certain level. So this what? This forms the cuboid, isn't it? Yes, this forms the cuboid. What is the height of this cuboid? I don't know. This is the height that I need to calculate, the rise in the level of water. Is this understood by everyone?
Yes, sir.
This column
Yes,
of
sir.
water that I have shaded forms a rectangular, it forms a cuboid. Okay, and the height of this cuboid is the rise in the level of water. Okay, so height, let the rise in the level of water be h. Okay, so therefore, what is the volume of the cuboidal column? Volume of the cuboidal column of water, shaded part. Can you tell me the volume? What should be the volume? You can either apply length into breadth into height. What is the length? Because if you see from the top, this will have the same base, right? 15 length into breadth into the rise, right? Or you can also think it this way: area of cross section into height, right? Which is equal to, what is the area of the cross section? This rectangular part is the cross section, right? What is the area of the cross section? 15 into 12, length into breadth. And the height we have assumed as h. So either you can do it this way or you can do it this way. Okay. So this is the volume of the cuboid. Now, if the volume of this cuboidal column of water, now because I am inserting this cube inside this uh, this container, okay, volume of this cube must be equal to this volume of the rectangular column of the cube of the column of water, right? Volume of the cube inserted is equal to 11 cube, because each side of this cube is 11 centimeters. Now this volume and this volume must be equal, because if you are inserting this, that means the amount of water that is displaced by this cube, right? In physics, you must have done something called as the Archimedes principle. Have you done?
Yes, sir.
Somewhat similar to that, not
Yes,
exactly the
sir.
same, but somewhat similar to that. Okay, when you when you are inserting the cube, the amount of water that is rising, okay, that volume of water must be equal to volume of the cube, right? So volume of the cuboidal column of water, let's say shaded part, is equal to volume of the cube, right? That means you have 15 into 12 into h must be equal to 11 cube. Now from here you can find out the value of h. Divide both sides by 15 into 12. 11 cube divided by 15 into 12. Okay, which is equal to 11 into 11 into 11. Anything cancel? Nothing will cancel here.
So 15 into 12 is 180.
180. Okay. So this is 180 and 11 cube is how much?
Sir,
11 cube.
1331.
Yes, 1331. Okay. And so therefore, you can divide this directly and you can find this out to be 7 point. You know the division, basic division? 39. Basic division, you know, right?
7.39.
7.39 centimeters. This is the rise in the level of water. They have asked you to give the answer correct to two decimal places. Yes, correct to two decimal places. So you stop here, 7.39. Okay. So this is two decimal places here, and that is done. Is this problem clear? Very important example and very good problem here. Any question here?